Oh, that's a ball game. The Los Angeles Chargers win 28-14. And honestly, I was shocked. I thought the Raiders had a shot. They gave themselves an opportunity there. They had a solid push in the second half. It just wasn't enough. They weren't able to capitalize. A huge missed field goal by Carlson, I felt like really dropped the morale of that Raiders team, and the comeback was just off after that point. Then you had the Chargers go down, convert on a 4th and 2, and Austin Eckler went ahead and pretty much put the game out of reach with a touchdown run. And honestly, Austin Eckler he was everywhere tonight. The guy was doing everything for the Chargers. Other than Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler was solid. Three receptions, 28 yards, a touchdown, and on the ground, 15 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown, 7.8 yards average on per carry. You had Roundtree spelling him with 11 carries, 31 yards. And Roundtree was pretty solid himself. He wasn't, it was a good compliment. But Austin Eckler was just, he was doing everything. Justin Herbert, 25 of 38, 222, and 3 touchdowns. As a team, I feel like the Chargers, let's see, it looks like they got to their 30 carries as a team. I thought Justin Herbert, I thought he was already 3 touchdowns in that first half. He was fine, 38 passing attempts. It looks like they found some type of a balance there late, because I know Justin had about 25 passing attempts in that first half. But they found balance. They were able to run the clock out. It got a little, close there in that second half, but they were able to hold off the Las Vegas Raiders, and come up with the victory. With the Raiders, they got no running game. They got no running game. Josh Jacobs, you draft a guy like that high from Alabama, he is talented, but your offensive line they seem to be run deficient. It doesn't seem like they understand that they could be nasty with mofos. I don't feel like you're putting enough emphasis on that running game. You only got a Kenyon Drake. You only gave him 1 rush tonight. You got a Josh Jacobs. He has 13 carries. I know you got down early, but this has been kind of the same thing for the Raiders game in and game out. They're not good at running the football. They're not good at it's either Derek Carr is going to beat you, they're going to beat you deep, or they got nothing else. So I feel like the Raiders at this point are starting to be, especially against a good defense. And they got lucky. Like, let's be real. They've come back in every single game that they've been in, except for this one. It's been close. I feel like that, since their luck ran out, you kind of see why. They don't, it's either Derek Carr's going to throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, or we're not going to be successful in the football game. And, that first half, you saw how badly Derek Carr was performing. They had no answer on the ground. They were pretty much bottled up. You saw Darren Waller was the leading receiver as far as yardage is concerned. Darren Waller had an awesome catch. He mossed the cornerback that was covering him. It was a beautiful catch. Hunter Renfrow continues to be a bright spot for the Las Vegas Raiders. I just don't think you could expect to beat the Chargers. I mean, again, you can't expect to beat the Broncos. You can't expect to beat even the Chiefs sitting at 2-2. You can't expect to beat those guys if you can't do both. If you don't have a balance in your attack, you can't do both. At a certain point, these guys were they knew Derek Carr had to pass. They knew Derek Carr had to pass, and then you saw Derwin James at the end sealing the deal, sitting on that route, picking it off, taking it back, and that was pretty much all she wrote. You got to figure out a way to run the football. You drafted Josh Jacobs for a reason. You brought in Kenyon Drake for a reason. You have to find a way to play both sides on offense. You can't just get pass happy and expect for teams not to recognize that and adjust accordingly. Give credit to the Los Angeles Chargers, man. They were lights out from the jump. They came to play. That rain delay, obviously, I don't know if it was an omen to them with the lightning warning, but apparently the Raiders didn't catch the warning. They just put it on them, man. They put it on them from the jump. They continued to impress. They looked like they play for their coach. They enjoy what they do. It looks like a very fun football team. I know the broadcast was mentioning it. It looks like they're just playing free and clear. The defense is getting after it. I like how the Los Angeles, I'm never going to get used to that. I'm used to that San Diego call, but the Los Angeles Chargers are looking pretty good now, sitting at 3-1, tied at the top of the division in the AFC West. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. It was a closer game to start, and then all of a sudden you saw how the Chargers pulled away. I expected it to be a lot closer. I was hoping that second half the Raiders could figure out a way to tie it up, but they didn't. Give credit to the Chargers. Raiders take the L today, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. I believe. What's the Thursday night game? I think it's Seahawks, and we got next week. Let me see before I go ahead and get out of here. Week 5 in the NFL. Thursday night. Yeah, Rams Seahawks. So Rams Seahawks Thursday night. Marco said he'll be back. He got back from New York. I know that's his Titans. Marco's Titans took an L against the lowly New York Jets. The Jets look decent. I mean, the Titans didn't have their top 2 receivers, but I'm sure Marco isn't going to give them any excuses, and he's gonna give us an earful about what he saw up in New York for Titans and the Jets. But like I said, Thursday night, guys, will be here. Rams and Seahawks. It should be a good one in the NFC West. Both West divisions in the NFL seem to be red hot and tough as nails. So it should be a good one. All right, guys, I'm Ivan Vargas. This has been the Monday Night Football Show on Sports Zone Chicago.